Guys, what's going on? Today I wanted to talk about leaning out for the summer, and kind of maybe some of the problems. So if summer's around the corner, I know it's a shitty day, it's raining today, but the weather's gonna be nice, and if you really want to lean out for the summer, I think this is real important for you. So to lean out, basically, everyone kind of knows is that you have to start eat less, right? In some way, shape, and form. I'm not telling you you have to go on a super strict diet, but in some way you have to start eating less food, all right? And especially for guys, I feel like guys like to eat, they like to eat a lot. And one of the worst things that you can do is get into a routine, into a strict diet where you're always hungry. And if that's you, that becomes a really big problem, because you can only stay on it for a few days, and then you get off, and then you go on it for a few days, all right? So the most important thing, like if you're going to do that, is you don't have to stay stuffed, but you should stay somewhat satisfied, all right? And that's why if you're looking to lean out, whatever allows you to not get to the point where you're so hungry, so you're gonna have that like fuck it mentality, like I'm just gonna eat this. And so a few of these strategies may help you out. The first one, eating frequency, all right? Like 10 years ago, it was said that you should eat 6 times a day because it's going to boost your metabolism. We know that that's not really true right now, but if eating 6 times a day or 5 times a day or 4 times a day, if eating more frequently allows you to make better choices, eat foods that are going to allow you to lean out, pick the frequency that allows you not to be starving all day, and that makes it easier for you to eat well, okay? So if you do bad on three times a day, don't do 3 times a day. Do 6 times a day, even though it's not going to boost your metabolism, right? Whatever allows you to make good choices on a consistent basis, all right? The second thing is every single meal, I would try to have some protein, all right? For a guy, it's probably like 2 palms, all right? Just because protein is first of all, it's very metabolic, so it's going to help you lean out, but at the same time, it's gonna make you feel full, all right? And that's why. And when I say protein, I'm more talking about protein shakes are okay, but especially if you're chewing protein, it's gonna fill you up longer, right? You're not gonna be starving. So things like chicken, turkey, lean beef, steak, pork, even maybe some dairy options like cottage cheese and like Greek yogurt. And then you can maybe supplement maybe once a day with a protein shake if you need it. But just remember that protein shake probably isn't going, as far as what we're talking about right now, that protein shake isn't probably going to fill you up for too long. The third thing is water. This is just like super simple, but every time you eat, just think about drinking a cup or 2 cups of water, all right? It's going to make you feel full. You're not going to overeat. And a lot of times, like, you might like slip up in nutrition and fucking eat a bunch of food, and it's just because you're dehydrated and haven't been drinking water too much. One of the problems I have sometimes, and I have to catch myself, is sometimes because I really like coffee, I get into this habit of drinking way too much coffee, my water goes down, and then I get all these cravings that stop popping up. So make sure that you're drinking maybe 1-2 cups every time you eat, all right, if you eat 3 or 4 times a day. What I like to do is I like to drink about 20-40 ounces before I even eat my first meal, and then I try to have water with each of my meals. And the last one is make sure you figure out what allows you to feel fuller, okay? So if it's more healthy fats, so things like nuts, maybe some oils, maybe a little bit of cheese, if being on more like a high-fat diet really gives you more energy and keeps you full, try to go a little higher fat and then lower carb. If you're vice versa, some people are completely different. Like that doesn't really do it for them. Like they'll eat some fats, but they'll still be starving afterwards. But when you eat like some unprocessed carbs, you eat them and you feel satisfied for hours. And this will take a little experimenting to figure out like, what do you do better? What satisfies you and fills you up longer? More fatty foods or more carb-based foods. But general rule of thumb, if you do carbs, the least processed carbs are always going to probably satisfy you and fill you up for longer. So things like breads, they're not going to fill you up long. Like for instance, like I could eat a shitload of cereal and I'll still be hungry. So think about more carbs, like maybe some rice, some quinoa, some potatoes, some sweet potatoes, some oatmeal, stuff like that. Those are the carbs that we're talking about. And as an added bonus, if you can eat vegetables as much as possible, that's going to fill you up. All right. So again, the worst thing you can do when you're trying to lean out is walk around hungry. You're never going to be consistent. You probably won't get results for too long. So make sure you're having protein. Make sure you're drinking water. Make sure you're figuring out like what fills you up more, healthy fats or carbs, and if you kind of get off that, if you can get over that hurdle, I think you'll be really successful, because that's the one, that's the one that sabotages everyone is hunger makes you do stupid things, all right? So if you don't ever get like that crazy hungry where you just have that fuck it mentality, you're gonna have a lot easier time getting lean.